Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. My name is Vince Watson. I'm a senior student recruitment manager here at University Canada West. And first and foremost, thank you for joining us today for this student recruitment fair, but also taking the time out of your day to participate in our virtual open house, Live the Canadian Dream study at University of Canada West presentation. And truly, it is a dream to be here in Canada, such a beautiful country to live in, and Vancouver being one of the top cities to be in right now. We'll touch on that later on in the presentation. But first and foremost, let's get started right away. Just wanted to give you a bit of an overview. So we're going to be talking about Vancouver House campus. And of course, we're going to be sharing about what makes us unique here at University Canada West in terms of our programs, student services, and our next generation hub. So if at any time you do have questions, feel free to put those questions in the chat or the Q&A. I will try to answer all your questions at the end of our presentation, just so that I make sure that I go through all the material. And you never know, maybe some of your questions will be answered as I go through the presentation. So moving right along, Vancouver. Why is living in Canada such a dream? And it's because of this beautiful city that we live in called Vancouver. So Vancouver, for those of you who do not know, is the second largest city in Canada outside of Toronto. And in terms of its impact throughout the world, it's one of the most sustainable cities across the earth. So when you talk about sustainability and the importance of that, and then you take a look at the fact that you're going to be living in a city that is known for its sustainable efforts. In addition to that, another thing that makes us so popular is, right now, Vancouver is the #1 in North America for high-tech job growth. Yes, #1 city in North America. And when you think about New York in that conversation, you think about California, you think about Miami, Chicago, you name it, some of the biggest cities that you can think of that exist in North America. And to know that our beautiful Vancouver sits at the top of that list in terms of high-tech job growth. So that's one of the reasons why many people are choosing Canada. They want a piece of the action. And the next stat that I'm going to share with you is that Canada is #1 work destination in the world. So when you think about that, you have a city that's its second largest, which is #1 in high-tech job growth, while at the same time, on a national level across the country, we're the #1 work destination. I mean, when you talk about healthy living, when you talk about sustainable practices, and all of those things combined, it's really a no-brainer why we're calling it the Canadian dream, studying here at University Canada West and living in Vancouver. And last but not least, recent survey shows Canada as #1 for quality of life. So as you may know, there's a lot of different factors that go into these metrics, but nonetheless, #1 for quality of life. So when you talk about employment opportunities, when you talk about, accessible immigration process, when you talk about job growth, growing industries, support for entrepreneurs, there's just so many different things that just kind of really put it all together and makes us the place to be. So with that said, I'm going to move right along and share with you guys right now an exclusive sneak preview of our brand new Vancouver House campus located in the heart of downtown Vancouver. Here you guys can see a little background photo of our campus, the greenery on the top of the campus there. Yes, those are our campus buildings. So I'm going to show you guys a quick video. I had some trouble getting the video going the last time, but hopefully I don't have any troubles this time. So just hang with me for 1 second and I'll get that rolling for you. All righty, it looks like I was able to figure it out on the first try this go around, which is amazing. So here you guys go. This is a exclusive sneak preview of our brand new Vancouver House campus. As I mentioned, we have a beautiful campus located in the heart of downtown Vancouver. Two campuses, in fact. This is the newer of the two campuses. This one was recently opened in October of 2020. Due to COVID protocols, we were required to remain closed, but we have been granted permission to reopen our campuses as of the fall semester. So I know that's a question that I often get doing these presentations, so I'm just going to put that one out there. As of right now, we've been given the okay to return to campus this fall semester, which starts in October. So for those of you who are thinking about studying in Canada, October gives you plenty of time for you to get your application and all your visa processing sorted out. So again, here is our brand new Vancouver House campus, and then I'll keep things moving right along.
Hey everyone, my name is Nina and this is Vince. We are part of UCW's student recruitment team. Welcome to our brand new Vancouver House campus.
We're standing in the heart of downtown Vancouver. Vancouver House is the core of a new waterfront neighborhood called the Beach District. Just steps away from parks, beaches, and Vancouver seawall, the world's longest uninterrupted waterfront path. Today, you'll get to see the unique architecture of Vancouver House, our student spaces, classrooms, and more. At 90,000 square feet, our campus can accommodate more than 3,400 students. Now let's head inside and take a closer look.
Before we go any further, let's make sure we complete our mandatory health check.
All right, let's go. We're now on the second floor. Welcome to our student hub, where our admissions team, student affairs, and finance teams will be able to answer your questions as soon as our campus reopens. All of these services are currently available online.
Let's continue our tour then. Let's head to the third floor. On the third floor, you'll find many modern, bright, and spacious classrooms. All of our classrooms are currently configured to ensure physical distancing and a safe environment for our students and faculty.
We're now entering one of my favorite areas in the whole campus, our student lounge. Right here, you'll find our academic advisors who can help you with any questions about your courses and your degree program. The student lounge area is the perfect space for you to have your lunch, work on your assignments, or just relax during your breaks. Speaking of relaxing, did you know that all the furniture throughout campus is manufactured in Canada?
Oh, really?
You bet.
Check out our study pods. These pods are located throughout the campus, and you can even book them for your group projects.
Okay, I think we should head up to the fourth floor.
Do you take the elevator?
Nah, I got a better idea. Our fourth floor features additional classrooms and 2 brand new computer labs. This is a great place to get some real work done.
From here, you can access my favorite part of the campus, our Innovation Hub. Follow me. Here at UCW, we bring innovation to the forefront of everything we do. This part of our campus will provide physical space for Innovation Hub and its initiatives. This is where local businesses and UCW communities meet.
This is also where you can get one of the best views of our other building. Our campus was designed by iconic architect Bjarke Ingels and is one of the highest profile developments in Vancouver's recent history. CNN described Vancouver House as one of the most anticipated buildings set to shape the world. Since then, it has captured the world's imagination and has won a number of design awards. Let's go check out the other building. On our campus, you'll find a number of essential amenities, such as grocery stores, a bank, pharmacy, cafes, and restaurants. You can head outside and take a nice stroll, or you can grab a bite someplace close.
Thank you so much for joining us on our campus tour today.
We can't wait to welcome you to our wonderful UCW community and meet you all in person as soon as it's safe to do so, right here on our Vancouver House campus. Stay safe. That's way too much.
Can you tell?
Amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed that sneak preview. And I'm going to just take a moment to pull back up my presentation and continue things where I left off. All right, so that, ladies and gentlemen, was our brand new Vancouver House campus, as I mentioned. Everything is spanking shiny new chairs, new desks, new computers, new computer labs. You can even still smell the fresh paint in there. I'm so excited for us to return to campus, and I'm so excited to have an opportunity for you guys to study with us and then be able to enjoy the campus as well. It's truly an amazing experience. But moving right along, I'm just going to share a little bit about University of Canada West, what makes us so unique, and what makes us a university of choice. So first and foremost, we have over 3,700 students who study with us. So we're a young university, but we're growing rapidly. And we have over 90 different countries represented on our campus. So, I mean, you do the math, 3,700 plus students, 90 plus countries. That is a lot of diversity that exists between two campuses. And the reason why that's important is because now you're not only having an opportunity to learn from the curriculum, but also having an opportunity to learn from your peers who may be different from you, who may be from different countries, speak different languages, learn differently, approach problem solving differently. So it's really going to help you to learn how to be effective in a multicultural environment, which is what real world business environments are today. I mean, my team, for example, I'm Jamaican. I have 2 colleagues from China. I have a colleague from India, 2 colleagues from Brazil, another colleague from Uzbekistan. You know what I mean? So our classroom environments is setting you up for the real world experience, especially here in Canada, which is known for its cultural diversity and embracing others. So that's just a little bit of an overview about our university and both of our campuses. Moving right along, something that is even more recent than the news and the fun facts that I shared with you earlier. And this one is very exciting for me to share with you because those stats pertain to Canada and Vancouver. This stat in particular pertains to our wonderful university. And the University of Canada West has recently been ranked as top 10 best online universities in Canada. I mean, when you think about the number of universities across Canada, for us to make it into the top 100 is something to smile about. So to be honored to be in the top 10, it's truly amazing and exciting at the same time. When you think about, the challenges brought on by the pandemic and how students have now had to navigate this virtual learning environment for some time, and more students are also considering online courses and online degree programs. So to know that you have an opportunity to study with a university in Canada that's ranked in the top 10, I mean, that's something to be proud of. And the reason why we're ranked so highly is not just because of our education, but because some of those other factors that plays a part in your holistic experience of studying with us online. For example, we provide student engagement opportunities. We provide career opportunities, career mentorship, um, you know, resume support, cover letter support, you name it. So all of these experiences and all of these activities help you to not feel so left out and isolated in the corner of your bedroom. You're able to interact and engage with your peers, your classmates, but in a less formal setting. You're not discussing, a module or a project or an assignment. You're simply just able to interact on a casual basis, which has been taken out of most institutions because of the virtual learning. So to know again that you're going to be supported, I mean, it really helps you to have that confidence and be able to trust that you're taken care of. So moving right along, more facts about us. Our student demographic, as you can see, we have students as young as 16 years old all the way up to 59 years old. I know some of you are like, wow, you guys have high school and teen geniuses who study with you guys. This is not the majority of our students are 16 years old, but we do offer short-term programs that high school students are also eligible to register for. So we do have quite a number of young students who choose to study with us, which is really great as well, because those students are being introduced to university very early in their journey, and a lot of those students actually then end up transitioning directly into our program because they're familiar with studying with us already. So this just shows you a little bit about that. In terms of male and female, as you can see here, about 46% men and about 54% women. Obviously, that's because women's brains are bigger than ours, but we're hoping to, level the playing field soon. But as you can see, things are pretty balanced on a serious note. 50 to 46% shows that, in terms of male to female, we're pretty balanced there. And the fact that we go all the way up to 59-year-old, that's because a lot of mature students were looking to go back to school. They choose to study with us, some of them exclusively online. But we have quite a high number of mature students who decide to go back to school and pursue their MBA degree with us, which I'll speak a little bit more about later on. So here's all the fun stuff. The funnest part, the juicy stuff you guys have been waiting to hear about, is our accreditations. Just kidding. No one wants to hear about accreditations, but they are important. So here you can see some of our governing bodies and some of the accreditations that we're affiliated with. And so again, this just shows that you can trust us, and it also shows that you can trust the quality of your education that you're receiving with us, knowing that we are in fact globally accredited. So your university degree will be recognized anywhere in the world. Oops, I dropped my mouse, but I'm gonna keep it moving. Okay, so let's get right to the point. What makes UCW different? What makes us great? Flexible intakes. So I'll even loosen the button for this one. Flexible intakes, as opposed to your traditional institution, most universities, you start in the fall, you have a winter semester, and then you can choose whether or not you want to study in the summer, and then it's hello summer until next fall. Because we have 4 intakes, students can study with us year round and take breaks when they want to take breaks. You know what I mean? So for example, you don't want to study during the winter. You don't have to study during the winter. You can study spring, summer, fall, take winters off. So anyways, flexible intakes gives you that convenience. Also, maybe you work part-time. It gives you that flexibility as well to squeeze your work schedule into your school schedule without the two of them overlapping. It's also going to lead to faster completion. So because you are able to take courses whenever you want to, 4 terms around a year, essentially a 4-year degree can be chopped off a year and turn into a 3-year degree if you're studying with us year round. So a lot of our students who are very motivated to, come in and get what they need and hit the ground running in terms of finding employment right away, you have that flexibility to be able to do that. And it also provides convenience for you, knowing that you can study with us on campus, as I mentioned before, but then also you can study with us online. So due to the COVID situation, our on-campus courses have transitioned to online virtual learning as of right now. But as I mentioned, we're looking to go back to school on campus in October. And so students are expected to return to campus, but also have the flexibility to continue to take 1 and 2 courses online and study through a blended learning model, as we call it. Financial support. I'm really going to take my time with this one and nail this home because I get a lot of questions about financial support, and rightfully so. I mean, international tuition is not cheap, and take it from someone who's gone through the system as an international student and a postgraduate on a work permit all the way up now to a permanent residency. So I've been through the entire process, so I can speak to it directly. And what I can say with confidence is that we are one of the only universities across Canada that offers international scholarships. So awards and scholarships for international students, to be specific. So I want to put that out there because a lot of international students, that's one of the first questions I often get, and rightfully so. It is a challenge, and it is something that can make or break your experience. So I want to let you know that we do provide you with financial support. And the reason why we do so is to make Canadian education and living the dream of studying in Canada just a little bit more accessible for those who might just need that little bit of help. So if that's something you want to have a bigger conversations about later, I encourage you to reach out with me reach out and connect with me directly. My email is available on our booth. Also, there's information about scholarships and other resources on our booth that you might want to take a look at as well. And last but not least, yes, all of our programs are eligible for postgraduate work permit after you complete your program. So I know that's a big one as well. You do not have to worry about that. All of our degree programs offer postgraduate work permit. So upon completion, we can even support you with that process if needed. So moving right along, I get lots of questions about, do you guys offer technology programs? Do you guys offer computing science? So just to clear the air on that one, University Canada West, we are a business university, but our courses and our curriculum is very technology focused. So what do I mean by that? Oftentimes, when you take business courses, they're going to focus on the theory, right? How to run a successful campaign, or if you take a marketing course, you're going to learn about your 4 P's, price, place, product, right? Promotions. It's not often that those courses incorporate the technology that's associated with some of those areas within the industry. So what our curriculum does and what makes us a little bit different as a result is that we're technology focused. So we try to embed the latest technology that students need to be aware of in a business arena, right? So for example, we offer digital market, we are partners with the Digital Marketing Institute. So you can learn about the latest and greatest trends and information that you need to know if you're going into marketing or even just going into business. So we are partnered with the DMI. Salesforce, one of the world's largest customer relationship management tool. We're partners with them as well. So you're going to come out of school with experience in all these areas that only complements your degree. I mentioned diversity earlier, but along with diversity is small class sizes. So those small class sizes allow for interaction, peer-to-peer interaction. They allow for dialogue with your professors. And because it's smaller class sizes as well, it provides opportunities for mentorship because your professors aren't overwhelmed because they have 500 students in their class. So because our class sizes are anywhere from 20 to 40, maybe 50 at most in a class, and especially with the COVID situation, that number we will see a different number come fall. But either way, with that smaller environment, you're able to approach your professors. You're able to have that time that you need, and you're able to build real relationships in terms of seeking mentorship, in terms of getting professional advice. One of the things that you can even do is reach out to your professor and request an informational interview. So informational interview, if you guys want to know what that is, I encourage you to connect with me and I'll share all about that later. It's something that's very helpful for young people who are looking to learn more about industries that they're interested in. So moving right along, I've got so much information to get through, guys. I'm sorry I'm taking so long on some of these slides, but I just really want to make sure that you guys, are well equipped and you have all the information that you need to make an informed decision. So another thing that we often get questions about is DLI. Is University Canada West a designated learning institution? The answer is yes, plain and simple. The information is there. We all know what a designated learning institution is. At least if you're an international student, you should know what the DLI is. So I'm going to leave it there. Refund guarantee. Yes, we do guarantee refund. We understand that because of the pandemic, because of the restrictions and protocols, there's a lot of uncertainty, that surrounds immigration, traveling, and things like that. So because of those challenges, we don't want you to be overwhelmed by that and feel, nervous or anxious about it. So rest assured that if the situation does not work out in your favor, your refund is guaranteed to you, as long as you are able to provide the required documents for proof of your claim of refund. Absolutely guaranteed. And there's a whole process for that as well. That's formal, where you can connect directly with our refund team, our finance team rather. And then post-grad work permit, touched on that earlier. All of our programs, all of our students enrolled with us are eligible. They meet that criteria and they can gain their post-grad right after and start working. So let's talk about programs. We got a few options. We've got our undergraduate programs, graduate programs, and we have preparatory programs. I'm going to assume you guys are all top scholars today who are tuned in, so I'm not going to speak anything about preparatory programs. However, if you do have inquiries about that, again, connect with me directly. Connect with me at our booth, visit our booth, lots of good information. Moving right into our undergraduate program, we offer a Bachelor of Commerce. This one here is a really special degree. Not many institutions across Canada offer a BCom. Most of them offer a Bachelor of Business Administration, and then you have the major options that you can focus on, but they don't offer a Bachelor of Commerce degree specifically. And again, this is one of the ways that we're technology oriented by focusing on commerce. I mean, e-commerce is a huge part of trade today. I mean, if we were talking about 1920, maybe it wouldn't even be a conversation. But now in 2021, it is the topic of every conversation, and every successful business has a successful e-commerce. And so this one here is really going to set you up for success. For those of you who are interested in accounting, this is a neat program for you as well, because the program does indeed focus on accounting courses. There are accounting courses within the curriculum. And here's another thing that makes this neat, right? Some people will say, well, you guys don't have an accounting major, right? I want to major in accounting. Well, why do most people major in accounting? Because they want to pursue a CPA designation, right? So with our BCom, you're actually able to use one or two or more required courses as direct admissions into the Chartered Professional Accountants Professional Education Program. That's quite a mouthful. To put it short, the CPA PEP. So anyone who's interested in becoming a CPA, you essentially need to go through this stream in order to get your designation. So the Bachelor of Commerce program is a 4-year degree program, globally accredited program. It has the accounting courses that you need to prepare to become a CPA, but then it also has the balance of teaching you about digital marketing, e-commerce, and business communications. So a really well-rounded degree program for those of you who are interested. And our Bachelor of Arts. Maybe you're more interested in writing, research, communication methods, and such. This is a great option for you, teaching you about business principles, but more so from a communications perspective. So again, learning about those problem-solving skills, how to communicate effectively, and also how to learn to create ethical and legally sound content for a variety of markets. And that one is especially important because, as you all know, business is global, right? Even if you own a home business, with e-commerce, you're able to extend that on a global scale. So when you're advertising on a global scale, there's do's and don'ts that you need to be aware of. Not one shoe fits all. So this is going to be able to teach you those differences and give you that knowledge of media to have that confidence coming out of school. And maybe you don't know what you want to do, but you do know that you want to get things started. You do know you want to come to Canada, you want to move to Vancouver, you want to live the Canadian dream, and you want to get started taking university courses. This is an opportunity for you to get your feet wet, so to speak. So 2-year degree program, our Associate of Arts, and we have 8 areas of focus for you to choose from. So basically what that means is you can take courses within these different areas and get an introduction to what you are interested in before you make a full 4-year degree commitment. And also, let's say you are comfortable after 2 years with an Associate of Arts degree, you would still be eligible for a postgraduate work permit. So what some students even do is they'll start off an Associate of Arts degree, and then they'll use those credits, transfer those credits into their bachelor's degree later. So another option for you, if you haven't yet made a firm decision, but you do know you want to come to Canada, you do know you want to study abroad and live in Vancouver, this is an opportunity for you to get that process started right away before, like I mentioned, making a full-time commitment. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to talk about our Master of Business Administration, our prestigious Master of Business Administration, which has also been ranked top 10 MBA programs across Canada. So again, it's a globally accredited degree program which focuses on marketing, finance, leadership. So for those of you who are looking to take your career to the next level, this is the program for you. Perhaps you already have an undergraduate degree, but now you're thinking about starting a new chapter in your life and moving from your home country to Canada to gain some leadership experience and pursue an MBA to advance your career. This is the ideal program for you. I mentioned some of our partnerships already. I don't need to say that again. But one of the big things is it's going to teach you those core competencies of critical thinking, which is extremely important, right? Persuasive communication. How are you going to make those sales? How are you going to close that deal with that pitch? Persuasive communication, system analysis, leadership, all of that. So then when you come out of this program, you're confident to apply for those leadership roles. Not only that, but just another fun fact for you guys, 100% of our MBA graduates in recent survey in the past 6 months are finding employment within 6 months after graduation, 100%. So, I mean, I mean, when you talk about Vancouver being the #1 city for job growth, high-tech job growth, Canada being the #1 country for work destination, and then you have an MBA program where students are, the success rate coming out of the program is 100%. I mean, you do the math, #1, 100%. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. So let's move right along to student services and share what we have to offer. So as I mentioned, many challenges brought on by COVID-19. And so we have a support team that's dedicated to support you with anything related to the pandemic. This team is providing the latest and up-to-date information daily, weekly, sometimes several times throughout the day, depending on what's happening. We have a career development center, as I mentioned. Although we're not able to physically visit them at this time, they host a variety of virtual events on a weekly basis to support students who are looking for jobs. And they can also connect you with internship opportunities and let you know which industries are hiring, which companies are hiring. We also have affiliate partners so they can help support you with finding internships and such. And our Center for Learning Success and International Advisors, again, another way we go above and beyond to make sure that you're well supported. I mean, you know, we have our academic advisors to take care of all of your academic advising need, which courses you should take, when should you take them, and all of that. But there are other things that international students need support with, you know, navigating the challenges of moving to a new city, a new country, you know, all of the little dues that come with that, the tasks that come with that. Our international student advising team are there to support you. And also, we have writing coaches. So I know that with English being a second language for many students, it can be a challenge, you know, getting the idea from up here, down here on a piece of paper, or even on a document. So we have writing coaches to support you. Now, they're not going to write your papers for you, so don't make that mistake. However, they will be able to help you to make sure that you get the best result possible, and that also you're learning as you go as well, so that your writing continues to improve. The library service is there for you. We have virtual appointments as well. And this is a big one, Grammarly Premium and Microsoft Office 365. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't even have Microsoft Office 365 on my personal computer. It's too expensive. So look, here our university is providing that tool for you free of charge. And if you guys know, like I do, a working man is only as good as his tools. So there you guys have no excuse. You're going to have Excel, you're going to have PowerPoint, you're going to have Microsoft Word, you're going to have, you know, all the little tools and gadgets that you need to put together that report, to put together that fancy analysis. So there you go. You have everything that you need to be successful as a student here. Another thing I want to touch on, for those of you who have entrepreneurship aspirations, we do have an innovation hub. And our theme at the Innovation Hub is to inspire, collaborate, and create. And so basically, we work with you to help you to develop your ideas. If your idea is already great, we help you to connect with the resources that you need to take that idea to the next level. So tons of different supports there for you. We have faculty that are also devoted to mentoring young entrepreneurs. And we're also currently working on new initiatives that will be rolled out as early as the fall semester that are going to be connected to the Innovation Hub. So stay tuned for that. This is a great initiative. Not everyone wants to go to school and use that education to work for someone else. A lot of people, especially today, given social media and its impact to marketing and digital marketing and things like that, there are many young people who now have aspirations to be entrepreneurs, and rightfully so. You can still be an entrepreneur and still have a career. And we recognize that as a university, we need to do our part in supporting those young people just the same as the ones who study with us. And so this is an opportunity for you to have that support. There was a little bit shown in the virtual tour video, but if this is something you do have more questions, again, jot those questions down in the Q&A. I'll love to answer those questions later, or visit our booth, reach out to me directly. So with that said, you guys are probably all wondering now, like, okay, Vince, we're sold. The campus is beautiful. Vancouver is nice. #1 country in the world. #1 city for job growth. One of the top cities for sustainability. Vince, what's my next steps? What do I do from here? Where do I go from here? Well, let me tell you, you guys don't have to worry. We have you covered. So our team is always ready to help, and we provide quick response, speedy processing. Typically, our applications are processed as soon as 48 hours. So again, you don't have to worry about waiting around for weeks and months to get some kind of reply or response about your admissions. And in addition to that, another thing that makes us unique is that we provide individualized support to students. So what that means is there's not a whole department that's looking after your application, but instead there is one individual who is working with you directly to support you. So if you have questions about your application, if you have concerns about anything, if there's documents that are missing, they will reach out to you and request those documents right away. Whatever it may be, whatever the challenge may be for you, you have someone who you will know by name, who you can direct your inquiries to, who you can call up and get a quick reply. So that's one of the things that, again, allows us to provide that quality student services by providing individualized support to each student. So that is my time, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I want to say thank you all for being here. The fact that you all have taken the time out of your day to be here today, participate in this fair, and tune into this event, it shows just how committed you are to your education. And, I get this question all the time from young people. They say, hey, Vince, do I really need a degree to be successful? And I say, absolutely. The world is changing, right? And what you'll notice is that those people who are equipped with the most up-to-date skills in marketing, finance, accounting, those are the people who will continue to have success and advance their careers. So if you are someone who's thinking whether or not you need a degree, I would say it's definitely something that you want to consider. It is life-changing for sure. And on average, a person with a university degree will, in fact, make on average about $1 million more throughout their lifetime than someone without one. So again, that's my time and that's my 2 cents. I hope that you guys found this information helpful and informative. If you guys have questions, I would love to take the time right now to answer those questions for you. as I mentioned, there's lots of helpful insight, lots of helpful resources, links that you can find on our booth. I want to hear from you guys, so reach out to me if you need to. And again, whichever decision you make with your future, I wish you all the best. Thank you guys. Take care and be safe.
Thank you so much, Vince, for your time. If anyone has any last minute questions, please place them in the chat and Q&A, and we'll have them answered as soon as possible. If not, we'll wrap up. If you had any maybe last thoughts you wanted to tell anyone, and then we can end it off there.
Okay, last thoughts.
Maybe with like the virtual fairs going on and everything, what's some advice you can give to people who are attending these types of fairs?
Okay, the best advice that I could give to you guys, you know, you're pretty much thinking about studying abroad from the looks of it, and so one of the things that I would say to you is to start early. I can't emphasize that enough. Start early. You may not want to start your studies until October. Some of you may not want to start your studies till maybe early next year. It doesn't mean that during this time you should just sit around and, you know, let the days go by. Do something every day. Start early. Gather the documents that you need to. Do some research about the institutions. Learn a little bit more about the Canadian visa process. Learn about, you know, Canadian immigration laws. That I find was probably one of the most helpful things that I did, was to just do my homework ahead of time, because moving to a new country itself is challenging. Now, moving to a new country by yourself and starting a degree program is even more challenging. So the more you're prepared, the less stressed you're going to be when the time comes. So one of the things that I did before I left home, I basically went to an internet cafe at home just to get out the house. And I took about 3 hours, 2-3 hours a day. And I just did some casual research. I'd look up the university programs. I'd dive deep into the courses and see what type of courses I might be taking. From there, I would look at, okay, what these courses cover in terms of the curriculum. From there, I would look at the proximity from the campus to the recreational center to know if I'd have enough time after class to go get a workout. Like, you know, that's just me. You know, I'm not saying everyone's going to have that level of detail, but it's good to start early. It's good to start preparing yourself, gathering your documents, and informing yourself. So then, you know, should you get that information from someone else, you will have already been introduced to some of that information. You don't want everyone to be just telling you what to do and being dragged different ways. Even though, you know, everyone is going to be trying to help you, at the same time, you know, who feels it knows it. So you know your situation better than anyone else, meaning you know what you need more than anyone else can tell you. So take the time, really take that time. So then when you do arrive in Canada, you're absolutely stress-free and you're excited instead of anxious. That's all I got. That's all you get for free, guys. That's all you get for free.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Vince. If you want to get in touch with Vince, you can check out his booth in the exhibit hall. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.